Hey everybody, we are going to read about Kevin's choices again today. When we're done reading, we're going to think about what we are good at and what we can do independently and what we need help with. So let's get started with reviewing the book Kevin's Choices. Today we're going to read the shorter version of the book with the symbol supports, and we are going to find out what Kevin is thinking about, and then we're going to think about those same things for ourselves. All right, Kevin's Choices by Karen Lugers and illustrated by Alex Weishart. Remember our vocab words. Independently is the things you can do yourself. Apartment is a small living area located in a building with other similar living areas. Pathways is next to two different apartment buildings. And then a group home is a home for a small group of adults who might need help with daily living. So group homes usually have support staff all the time. And keep in mind that there are good and bad things about each living choice. You need to think about what the best fit for you is. You should explore all possible future living choices in your area. It's important that you know what your strengths and needs are. What can you do on your own? What do you need help with? All of that will help you make a plan for where you want to live, just like Kevin. Kevin is an adult, just like you. He has choices about where to live, just like you. He has choices about who to live with. Guess who else has a choice about who to live with? That's right, you. Kevin does some things by himself. Kevin has a lot of strengths and things he can do independently, like cleaning, doing laundry, and cooking. Kevin needs help with some things. Kevin needs help with his budget and keeping track of his money. Kevin needs help arranging for repairs or things to be fixed in his home. And Kevin needs help making appointments. So while Kevin is thinking about where to live, he thinks about the things he can do by himself and the things he needs help with. One of Kevin's choices is to live with his family. There's Kevin and Mom and Dad. Kevin can help them. He can help them keep the house clean. He can help them with cooking, and they can help him. His mom and dad can help him pay bills and keep track of money. They can also help him schedule and keep appointments. Kevin might also live in an apartment, so that's choice number 2. Kevin could live alone in the apartment or with a roommate. He could choose a friend to live with. They could help each other. Another choice Kevin has is living in a group home. Kevin may live in a group home. He would live with other adults, and the support staff can help care for Kevin. So Kevin right now is looking at 3 choices, and he's thinking about what he can do independently and what he needs help with. Kevin thinks about living with his parents. His parents make the rules. He will not be able to make all of his own choices. So remember, his parents can help him, but he's worried he won't be as independent or be able to make choices on his own if he continues living at home. Kevin thinks about living in an apartment, but he might get lonely. He might need some help too. Kevin thinks about living in a group home. The problem there is he might not like his roommates. He might live with 4, 5, or 6 people that he didn't choose and that he might not get along with. And he'll have to share many things like the kitchen and the bathroom. Kevin has choices about where to live. Kevin has choices about who to live with. Kevin will make a plan about where to live. All right, we are going to get out of here and look at our choosing a place to live evaluation tool. You all received a copy of this in the mail, and we're going to look at this together. I'm going to stop by your houses in a week or two and would like to pick these up, so please be sure to write your name on top. Choosing a place to live. These are our living options. We have the family home. That would be living where you're at now with family, mom and dad, grandma, grandpa, whoever you're living with. Live alone in an apartment. Now remember, you could have a roommate in an apartment, but right now we're looking at this as living alone. This is live with a friend, so you could live with a friend in a house or an apartment. Live at a group home where there are support staff, or live at a care center where there are support staff and nurses to help you. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different options to look at. And for each option, we have to answer the questions. Can I care for myself here? Can I get help here if needed? Can I get the services I need here? And is this a location I like? So when we think about family home, can I care for myself here? You need to think about what can you do independently and what do you need help with? If you need help with some things, that's okay. You can still mark that you can care for yourself here. And then, can I get help if I need it? Are mom and dad around to help you if you need help? That's an important thing to think about, because if mom and dad are still working all day, every day, is it safe for you to be home by yourself? Is there someone that can help you if you need help? And that's where we need to think really hard about yes or no. So if you're living at home and mom and dad are available to help you if you need it, you can mark yes. Can I get the services I need here? And services might be therapy or speech. They might be wheelchair repairs or equipment. And no matter where you live, you should be able to get services, because a lot of these services are based out of different places. So you should be able to get those services no matter what. And is this the location I like? Do you like your family home? Do you like where you live? Do you like your neighborhood? Do you live in the city or the country? Are you happy with that? Then you can answer yes or no. Is this a location I like? The next option we have is living alone. Living alone is a big decision to make because, like Kevin said, you might get lonely. Some people like to be alone though, and if you are independent in most of your daily living skills, that might be an option for you. Can I care for myself here? Can I cook? Can I clean? Can I take my medicine? Can I schedule my own appointments? Can I pay my bills? Yes or no? And then, can I get help here if needed? A lot of the time, you are able to get support staff in your home through Lifescape or family support, and that would be in an apartment, a townhome. No matter where you live, you should be able to get help here if you need it. That doesn't mean you'll have help there whenever you need it. So this could be a no. Like maybe you get help once a week or twice a week in your apartment, but if you need help every day, then you wouldn't get enough help living in an apartment. Same with services. Can I get the services I need here? When we talk about those companion care or in-home services, sometimes you can get enough, but if you need more hours per week than your funding allows, you might not be able to get all the help you need. And is this a location I like? Would you like living in an apartment? I think the biggest thing to think about when you're living in an apartment, aside from living alone, living by yourself, is that you have neighbors on both sides of you, and you might have a neighbor on the floor above you stomping around and neighbors on the floor below you that can hear you vacuuming or stomping around. So apartment buildings can get quite noisy. Living with a friend. Can I care for myself here? Can I get help here if I need it? You could live in an apartment or a house with a friend, and it would be the same situation as the apartment. Your services would depend on your funding and what your budget allows. But location, like we talked about yesterday, Is it close to public transportation? Is it close to my work, my church, the library, the wellness center, the places I go that are important to me? Those are all things to think about. Next, we have the group home and the care center, and those are similar. Lifescape has several group homes and one care center. And I'm going to just go down to the care center, then we'll go back to the group home. Care center is where there's nursing staff. The only reason you would need to be in a care center is if you have some cares that other staff can't be trained to do. But, so we're not going to talk a lot about care center. It's only if you're on 24/7 medical assistance of some sort, like IVs or a ventilator respirator. A group home, however, has staff that are trained to give meds and do first aid. They're trained to respond to seizures and to deal with difficult situations. So like we said, group homes have direct support staff. So can I care for myself here? Yes, you can do anything that you're able to do independently at a group home. And yes, you can get help if you need it because there's staff there all the time. Can I get the services I need here? You should be able to get the services you need in a group home. And is this a location I like? You know, Kevin's big concern is I'm going to be living with a lot of other people if I live in a group home, and I don't know that I'm going to like all of them. So if a group home or a house with a few roommates is an option you're exploring, be sure you spend a lot of time with those people to decide if you could live with them and if you would get along. So I would like you to go through and fill out your choosing a place to live eval that we just looked at. And if you haven't done your where would I like to live eval, please do that too. A little bit later this month, next week, I believe we're going to look at living on my own self-evaluation to look at what we can do independently and what we need help with. I will talk to you again soon. I hope you have a great day.